Get my dry ass lips. Yeah.
Here. Dry ass lips. Wow. This is so hard to focus on this too.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say?
Paint. Dude, I might dead ass just start doing laundry. Is that cool? I mean,
Yeah. You want to like fold or? Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Okay.
but yeah,
Do what you gotta do.
it's because I haven't done it in a while.
What were you thinking? Camera?
Just thinking, man.
Thinking.
Just trying to brainstorm, man.
I think that's what Tate is all about, you know, brainstorming,
Yeah, seriously.
getting those muscles or neurons firing. God knows I don't have many of those left.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if I'm being honest, this is kind of perfect because laundry is a huge part of my artistic process. I did a little project where I did use some still shots of paint on my clothes.
Beautiful. Alright.
Just like pulled up. Oh yeah, it's these pants right here.
Dog shit.
Oh yeah.
It's like that shit.
Hold on.
You go. I think you got some on my butt too.
It's your butt.
Maybe. I don't know.
Nah, you don't got anything in your butt.
Too clean on the butt.
Alright,
Damn.
let's-
That's what Mr. Haters always used to say.
Like the bullshitting thing?
Yeah, he was like my high school art teacher. He was like, you know, it's great to bullshit in your art. That's what makes good art.
Facts. You know what? What notes do you want to show up here? Is there anything like to?
No, you can show all of them.
Which one do you like best?
I wrote this one most recently, just
Yeah.
because I would, you know, basically just like a motif that I do like pretty frequently. I don't really know why I always make him smoking a cigarette. I think it's just because like I was always around tobacco use growing up, being from like Kentucky. So I don't know. I always got the sense that I felt like he should have a cigarette. And then the big nose. I always have like a huge nose on my motif, and I feel like that's just because like the Schubert family in general has really big noses, and they never stop growing. Like my grandpa's was just like massive, and that's like really my only memory of him. But like it was a fun one, so yeah, I like to incorporate it, like kind of wherever I can, especially like like print over here. It's the same, and they always have like an open head, just because I don't know. I just like putting stuff in the head. I think it's like, I don't know. It's a fun thing to do. You can just like, jam some mushrooms in there, jam some other shit coming out. Yeah, and it usually looks pretty cool. I don't know. I just tend to do it a lot. I don't know. I felt like I was a little bit of a printer in the sense that a lot of my responses were just like very typical, like, oh, like, cool, or fuck in this case. So I would have like kind of expressed that and show how like sometimes when I'm getting talked to, it's just very like me trying to get through the day. So and sometimes I feel like a little bit bad about that, so I wanted to express that in this painting. And like I don't hear what I'm talking about, so there's like the blood coming out of the ear. And then I added a birthday party hat because I felt like it should be in there. So,
Perfect.
but yeah.
What else, Dave? What you got? Anything
Some-
else you want to show?
Let me think. Do you get the paintings in the bathroom?
Oh shit.
This lighting might not do it justice.
Yeah.
Here, this is easy. Made this piece in a period of my life when I was feeling very overwhelmed. And I made the connection that, when I'm feeling stressed out and when I'm feeling overwhelmed, I always find myself in the bathroom. And I think it's because I've always mentally associated bathrooms with a level of comfort for me because, it's enclosed, it's private, and I feel like it's a small enough space to where I can, kind of wrangle in my thoughts and, just for a few seconds feel completely whole. And that's something that I kind of noticed. That I was like, oh, a lot of times when I'm in the bathroom, I'm not actually doing anything. I'm just kind of sitting and taking a breather. So I kind of wanted to express that. And it was really nice because when I was doing this piece, it felt like I didn't force it. It felt like, it came very naturally with the process of creation, which some of my paintings, I kind of have to wrangle in, but this one was just very sporadic and attacking the canvas almost, which I really liked. I really enjoyed. So, yeah. Oh yeah, we're recording, baby. Woo! Oh my god. Ain't no way. Fitted up. The laundry stack. Nice.
Who's that, man? Who's that?
Yeah, I don't even know, man. He looks goofy. Why is his head shaved?
Look into the camera like that, pick it up and just look into the mirror.
Yeah, oh.
Put that right up close. Yeah. Crazy.
I think nature has given me the unique opportunity to observe without an expectation. And I think that creates a sense of vulnerability where I haven't really found it anywhere else. And I think that's extremely crucial from our artistic practice. I'm someone who's deathly afraid of change. And as I've, allowed myself to be vulnerable in spaces such as this, I've kind of accepted that change. Because when I look around me, I see something that's in a constant state of undulation. It's in a constant state of change. And being someone who's so fearful of change, it makes me embrace it just a tiny bit more. As I'm standing here, things are changing all around me, and I have to be okay with that. And I think that alone has definitely helped my artistic practice. And I think it's enabled me to stand back and take a better look at myself and my surroundings. I don't think many things do that. And that's why I've repeatedly found myself back here. I like that. I think when I try to reflect on experiences that have been meaningful to me, I think one sticks out in particular, and it's when I was spending 3 months in southern Utah with a group of people who were, living nomadically out of their cars and working for the Conservation Corps. And it felt to me, at least, like every one of those people was running away from something. At its core, they were running away from people that were pushing identities onto them. And I think being around a community that has been, largely socially isolated for their entire lives gave me the opportunity to be my authentic self, which you don't really get a lot in life. It felt like I didn't have to, put on a mask for 3 months. It felt like I could just wake up, have a cup of coffee, and talk to somebody. And yeah, that's something that I think I've tried to carry in my art also, because I think the process of art in and of itself is a process of finding authenticity and finding that part of you which may have been lost by other people pushing their identities onto you, and yourself pushing other identities that don't align with your true identity. I think gives you the opportunity to step back and see yourself, how you saw yourself when you were 4 years old, which was just a human, someone who's existing, someone who's feeling, and someone who's taking in the air and just breathing out. And I think those dead periods when you're not creating are some of the most important periods, at least in my artistic career, some of the most important periods I've had the pleasure to take. Because you get data on who you really are, so you can express that to other people and find commonalities with everyone around us who are struggling so hard to just find that authenticity. And I think, if it wasn't for that experience, I don't know how I would have came to that conclusion.
Donuts on the salt flats. You just flip over. Keep going. Keep going. More! More! Okay, we're good. We're good now.
When I'm kind of in that process of creation, usually an image will kind of speak out to me and say, I kind of feel like it's important. And I might not have that meaning completely fleshed out. As my high school art teacher would say, you kind of bullshit it after you make it sometimes, which I think has a lot of credit to it. Because, you don't really know all the time what you're doing is important until after you make it. But the emotions that I'm feeling right now are, when looking at this, is a sense of isolation, a longing for something that I haven't put my finger on just yet. But yeah, I hope when I finish it, I'll have a better answer. much darker. So when people ask me, or I guess like, I don't know, people don't really ask me, when when I kind of ask myself why I paint, I think it's because, you know, you're experiencing life at a rate, especially in modern times, when I think faster than you can really process. And I think painting allows you to just pick something out and say, here, look at this. Like, look at this because it's important, and I want to show you that it's important. Because when I paint, I see that it is important to me, and I don't really mind if it's important to anybody else. I do it mainly for me. And I think that process is not an egotistical process at all. I think it's a process that helps you become a better human being, a better, well-rounded individual, so you can actually go out and be a part of what you've always thought you were not a part of. If I had to, you know, give a final word to you guys watching, it would just be to sit down for a minute and just try to be comfortable alone with your own thoughts. I think us as humans and very social creatures spend a lot of our lives running away from just being alone. And I think that when I have the opportunity to be alone and have the opportunity to sit with myself and be comfortable within my own mind, I think it opens up a lot of possibilities, and also, you know, it kind of opens me up to be a little bit more accepting of other people. If I don't have that time alone, it's a little hard to do that. And I think when you take that time to truly just be alone and almost to just not think, to just observe, to not rationalize every decision, to not rationalize every thought, and try to think about, you know, the motive behind what you're doing, I think a lot of stuff is revealed to you. So yeah, if there's anything you got out of this, I hope it would just be that you take 30, 15 minutes to just sit and think, or don't think.